into our panel. Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP, Pradeep Bhattacharya, President of the West Bengal Congress. Now, Mr. Bhattacharya, I don't know if you saw what Mamata Banerjee said there. She was dismissive, she was combative, and she was confident. She does not want to blink. She is sounding the war bugle. Is the Congress party ready for a fight?
Yes, I heard it.
So what do you make of it?
No, I can assure you, I can say this word, assure you. In Bengal, we are prepared to fight her, no problem for us. We have been fighting the Trinamool Congress every day, practically all over the state. Our party people, when they have been beaten up by the Trinamool people, they have no other option to counter these things. And we have our processions, we have our deputation, etc. every day in the different administrative building, etc. So we are confronting in every moment. So it is nothing new to me, or not we are afraid of that thing.
Mamta also made it clear, however, she's not going to walk out of the UPA. That's the point. You know, she says she's not going to walk out of the UPA alliance. To my question to the BSP panelist, Sudhindra Bhadoria, will Mayawati step in and support the UPA, because every number is important right now? Will Mayawati consider supporting the UPA at this stage?
You see, it is the election to the president's post at this moment. We have been watching very keenly the election process which has started, and the president's position is the most prestigious position as far as the Constitution of India is concerned. It envisages that there will be a council of ministers to aid and advise the president. Such an important election, and the manner in which these two leaders of two regional parties are behaving, I think it is for the people to judge and conclude about their behavior and the responsible utterances that they are making, in so far as one is a partner in the UPA government, the other is supporting the UPA government from outside. But the partner in the UPA government does not take a decision in the UPA.
But I'm not asking you what the UPA, what the other parties are doing. I'm asking you what you are going to do.
You see, we are a party. When somebody will approach Behan Mayawati ji, the leader of the Bahujan Samaj Party, nobody has approached for either support or for anything. When they will support, we will cross the bridge when the time comes.
That's not true.
Well,
that's not true. That's not true. A phone call has been made and contact has been established this evening itself.
Well, well, it is not in any public, and number one. Number two,
it's not in public. We have just reported on it 1 hour back.
It is the most important thing is
why are you not revealing what your real plan is? I think, you know, you are saying that the whole process is not right.
I think we are.
Are you also, Mr. Bhadoria? Do you also want a pound of flesh?
We are at the most.
You want a pound of flesh? What is your pound of flesh? In return for support.
We think that the president's election is very, very important.
We know that. Everyone in the country knows that the president's election is important. What is your position, sir? Take a position.
See, no, I think we should wait. We should let this president's election take place, and then I think they should go off smoothly. And those who, in the regional parties who are trying to prove that they are larger than life, will be also disproved by the people, by the parliament and the electorate in this.
Now who's the person advising Mamata Banerjee is the key question. As I said there, despite all the talk of back channel confabulation,
Mamata Banerjee, I think there are two major political powers at this moment, players. One is the NDA and the other the UPA. Now two parties, one within the UPA as partner in the government, the other who is supporting from outside. They say you accept our candidate, or
I want to know who's
go ahead.
I want to know who's supporting Mamata Banerjee, who's a real advisor. Pradeep Bhattacharya of the West Bengal Congress is live with us as well. Ashok Malik, welcome. But before that, Mr. Bhattacharya, will the West Bengal Congress be able to stay united if this alliance with the TMC breaks? Or will the TMC target the West Bengal Congress even more aggressively and try and break you? I want to understand what kind of a turf battle will happen in Bengal once this alliance in Delhi is also over?
I tell you this way, that at present picture in West Bengal is like this. We have no good relationship between the Trinamool Congress and the Congress. All the times we have been facing a lot of problems. All the times we have a confrontation. So it is nothing new to us. If the Trinamool Congress withdraw themselves from the UPA, that will not even a 1-inch effect to the Bengal Pradesh Congress Committee.
Mr. Bhattacharya,
If they decide to fight the Congress,
Mr. Bhattacharya, some Congress
Yes.
leaders, senior Congress leaders said that Mamata Banerjee will be making a mistake by going against Pranab Mukherjee because many Trinamool Congress leaders in a secret ballot might support Pranab Mukherjee. Do you think that is possible?
look, it may be possible. It may be possible because Pranab Mukherjee is a person who came from Bengal. And he is the political giant in Bengal. All the Trinamool Congress workers and leaders, large section of them, practically very close to Pranab Mukherjee, either directly or indirectly, secretly or in the open. So there might have some sort of weakness amongst the MLAs and MPs of Trinamool Congress. I do not know what stand they will take. This is number one. Number two, Pranab Mukherjee, after all, he has created an impression in Bengal as an Bengali leader, as a Bengali person. So the sentiment of Bengali people is also involved here. So all the Bengal people will start saying this thing, that cutting across the party line, it may be the Trinamool Congress, it may be the CPIM party, it may be the other party. If Pranab Mukherjee is the candidate, then everybody should support Pranab Mukherjee, nobody else, as what we have seen in the last time in the presidential election, when Mrs. Patil was the president, while she had been contesting, that time the Shiv Sena also supported her. So all these things, all are the evidences are there. So I think that if there is any cross vote, we will not be surprised to that.
We are getting a comment from Karunanidhi. In a couple of minutes, we are going to put that on. He is clearly said, I will back Sonia Gandhi's choice. Ashok Malik.
Thank you very much.
Ashok Malik, Mamata Banerjee repeatedly 6 times.
Yes.
6 times she emphasized Kalam's popularity. She said if there is a direct election, then people will elect Kalam directly in a direct election. She was pushing, almost advertising Kalam's credentials as a president. Is she trying to provoke Sonia Gandhi given the history of apprehensions that the Congress party has vis-a-vis Kalam? What is the strategy there?
Well, it's quite clear that both she and Mulayam have been trying to provoke the Congress, and their game plan is an early election. Cause a situation where, irrespective of who becomes president, the government becomes untenable and you have an election within 6 months or so. Because that's what they're playing for. That's fairly clear. But what does surprise me is the Congress's completely ham-handed approach. They've left consultations with their allies to much too late. They should have, we've got 10 days left before the president files his nomination or something. Why are we discussing this now? This should have been discussed earlier this summer. And second, even today, if the Congress calls the bluff of Mamata and Mulayam, puts up Pranab, says we'll go to the left for support, you can get him elected on second preferential votes. What is the problem? The Congress has to have nerve. I don't know why they've just collapsed and keeled over.
And she's also put the ball clearly in the Congress party's court. If you see what she said, she has blamed the Congress party for not being able to arrive at a consensus candidate.
She's to be, well, that is a point a lot of allies are making, that you left the serious consultations to much too late. Mamata is not the only ally to be saying that. That's one. And the second thing is, she's obviously itching to be sort of expelled from the ND, from the UPA or something, so that she can fight the next election on her own. She doesn't need the Congress, or she feels she doesn't need the Congress.
Is it still possible for there to be a resolution? It looks extremely unlikely. Before I go into a break, I'm going to play out what Karunanidhi has said. But a resolution between Mamta and UPA, almost impossible. The inside buzz is the Congress party has said we have two names. It's on your screen. These names are Pranab and Ansari. It is Mamta Banerjee's choice. She wants to attend the meeting, does not want to attend the meeting. The Congress party is going to make no effort, officially or unofficially it seems, to try and pull Mamta Banerjee back. So Mamta Banerjee till yesterday seemed to be dictating terms to the UPA. But now she will fly back to Kolkata, almost out of the UPA. She will have to gravitate towards the NDA. This is going to be very interesting. I'd like to welcome right now Asaduddin Owaisi, who's a member of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihad Muslimin, which is part of the UPA. Thank you, Mr. Owaisi. Coming to you in a minute. First, let's go across. And Mr. Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP is with us. I'd like to go across to Times Now's expert, Shesh Narayan Singh, and he's reporting outside. He's joining me today outside Mulayam Singh Yadav's residence. Shesh, good evening. What are you expecting, Shesh,
good evening,
at this meeting? Will Mulayam stay true to Mamta, or will he ditch her?
Well, before coming here, we met Mamta at her residence.
Yes.
And what Mamta said was that they have zeroed in almost on APJ Abdul Kalam. What I know of Uttar Pradesh and what I know of Samajwadi Party politics, I think for Mulayam Singh it will be very difficult to zero in APJ Abdul Kalam, because the politics of Uttar Pradesh is very, very community specific. Mulayam is liked in some communities much, and in some communities he is hated. So the communities who are very fond of Mulayam Singh, they definitely would not like him to be associated with a candidate who is deemed to be associated with the NDA. And as the political developments are there, we'll have to wait till BJP and NDA take a position about the presidential candidate. I don't think after this meeting with Mamta Banerjee, Mulayam Singh is going out to say, hey, I've zeroed in on APJ Abdul Kalam.
But if you heard, you actually went inside, Shesh, and the good thing of having you is that you have the inside track. But if you heard Mamta Banerjee, she kept saying that who says that APJ Abdul Kalam is a BJP candidate? She's not. She's a Mulayam Singh candidate, Mamta Banerjee candidate. They were at pains to...
Again.
Mamta Banerjee was at pains to dissociate the BJP from Kalam. She was...
that's a different story. Well, she said that he was Mulayam Singh's candidate in the first time also, and she associated herself with Mulayam Singh. But that is 10 years ago. It's a different story. This time, Mulayam Singh has won Uttar Pradesh, and you know and I know, and we had been seeing it by the village-wise, that it's all Muslim support. Muslims voted for him in 100%. So it will be very difficult for Mulayam Singh Yadav to be associated with somebody who is likely to be projected by the NDA as a candidate. So I think as on date, at this point of time, in New Delhi at 16 Ashoka Road, it's going to be very difficult that we can be as clear as Mamta says that APJ Abdul Kalam is the first choice for her. Whatever I understand of Mulayam Singh's personality, he might not say something, or he might say something which has the option of always an exit route.
Well, in this case, exit route is very limited. Very interesting. We'll follow that, Shesh. Thank you, Shesh ji. We are going to come back to you in some time.